Computer. Okay, so let's start, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So this is this slide we have shown you last week, that this is what we have done so far. We know about three kinds of words. We know the four properties of the ism: status, gender, number, and type. We have done status, we have done gender last week. So today, inshallah ta'ala, we're going to talk about numbers, and then we'll talk about type. Okay, we talked about one harf alf. Al has no properties, and al cannot stay with the tanween. Okay, al can stay with the noon sound, the words that from our chart, like una, ina, those are all fine for al. Okay, also we talked about heavy and light. We have different charts for heavy and light. We're going to look at the chart today before we go to our number, because chart is also related to the number. Okay, we have also talked about flexibility. There are three types of flexibility. Most of the words are fully flexible. Okay, and fully flexible word can take any type of forms in the rafa and nasab and jar. So u, a, e sound, or un, an, in sound. It could be light, it could be heavy, no problem at all. Okay, but partly flexible is always light, and they cannot take tanween, and they cannot take kasra in their last letter. Okay, these are the partly flexible. And non-flexible word, which has an indication that we can see them, well, most of the time, not all the time, that they have a alif maksura towards the end, or an alif at the end. And those words, for their rafa, for their nasab, for their jar version, they do not change. They stay the same. So this is what we did in the first 3 weeks. And then we talked about the gender. Last week we said, biological feminines, mother, sister, aunt, these are obviously feminine. Okay, and how are you going to know about them? We have already given you some words in the last slides. Okay, what is girls means bintun, and mothers is umun, ukhtun is sister. So you already know these words. Okay, and we're going to only talk about those biological feminine that mentioned in the Quran. Okay, in the Quran there are other few feminine mentioned, like aunts. Okay, and khala. Khala is very common. Okay, so even in Bengali language, and in Urdu we say khala. Okay, so khala is mother's sister, so that is also mentioned. Okay, and aunt is also mentioned. And those ones, as we go through, you will see there are other clues will be in there. And this is just like vocabulary. When you know the meaning, you know the meaning. So if you know this means aunt, then that is aunt. Okay, if you know this means daughter-in-law, this is means daughter-in-law. So that is nothing to learn about. It's just the meaning. Okay. Then we talked about the ending sound, ending letter is ta marbuta. These are, mostly it is feminine. Then we have alif maksur and alif mamduda. Alif mamduda, feminine, color only. We already talked about that. We saw, most of the colors them end with alif mamduda, and these are feminine word. And alif maksura is a common one. Okay, and then alif maksura is looks like a yeah, but without the dots. And these are also, most of the time, not always, if there it is preceded by 3 letters before that, and the 4th letter is alif maksura, then it is feminine. Then we talked about body parts in pair. We have a chart. Okay, and I hope that you have gone through the charts and memorized that. Okay, so that is the chart, that body part that comes in pair. Even if you're talking of one of them, it is feminine. Okay, and 2 of them is always feminine. Name of places. Okay, we had some name of places in the Quran, and most of them are feminine. All of them actually in feminine in the Quran. Okay, non-human plural. This was an exceptional one. Anything that is non-human plural, okay, like books or house or cars or something, they're always feminine. Anything non-human plural. Okay, human plural also will be could be feminine, and we'll talk about it today, inshallah ta'ala. And the 6th category was, there were a bunch of words, probably 16, 17 words. Okay, these are feminine because the Arab said so. Okay, because they have decided these will be feminine words, like ardun, shamsun, narun, asa, okay, ka'sun. Okay, all these words that in the chart, we have seen them, we know the meaning of them. These are all feminine. So these are the 6 types of feminine word we talked about last week. Okay, and in that we have almost 2 or 3 vocabulary charts, right? And there's a lot of vocabularies for you. As I mentioned, now is the time, because it's been 3-4 weeks now you've been doing this course. It is time that you have your own notes and everything, so you learn your vocabularies. Okay, and the assignment that I was talking about, I will give you a long list of vocabulary. Okay, so that your vocabulary increases, inshallah ta'ala. Okay, so you have to know the meanings, and keep going through them again and again, and it will be in your head, just like when you memorize a small surah, right? So this is easier than that. So you just look at the words and try to remember this word means this. Okay, like body person pairs or the words that Arab said, so that is feminine. Okay, so this was our gender review. Okay, now today we're going to talk about number. So if you look at the chart and the picture on the right hand side, we have talked about the status, we have talked about the gender. Now it is time that we talked about number, of the third properties of the ism. Okay, so there are three different categories of numbers: singular, dual, plural. We already talked about many times about this. This is not like English. Okay, so we have a singular, we have a dual, and we have plural. Okay, now singular examples are just like that has un and in sound. Okay, or it could be u e sound if they are light. Okay, and dual is just from our chart, anything that's ending with ani and aini. Okay, so that's why the chart is important. I was telling you that the chart is still important, right? So the singular and the pair are standard and easy to recognize. They are the first and the second column of the chart, as simple as that. Okay, singular and dual is just like from our chart. Okay, like Muslimun chart, right? So it's uni, ani or aini or tani and tiny. These are all, if you look at them, or the light version, it could be the light version of it. Okay, for any other reason. So these are singular and dual. So we have little bit of problem with the plural. So we have to learn a little bit about plural. Okay, singular and dual, as we learn in the chart, these are just like that. Okay, in the plural, there are 6 kinds of plurals. Okay, just like we have 6 kinds of feminine, we have 6 kinds of plural. Okay, and this is our topic of study today, inshallah ta'ala, the 6 kinds of plural. Singular, dual is simple, just in the chart. Whatever you see, it has a un sound or un sound or in sound. Okay, ani or aini, tani or tiny. Okay, or atun, sorry, tun or tan or tin. Just like muslimatun, the tamar buta. Okay, then these are simple, singular and dual. Okay, but for the plural, there are a few categories. Okay, now before we jump into the plural, let's look at our chart one more time. Okay, so that we understand what we said. So on the left hand side, we have the heavy chart, right, for the masculine and for the feminine. For the masculine, if you can see muslimun, musliman, muslimin, that's why we said on the top this is singular sounds, ending sound, no combination, un and in sound. Okay, and same with the feminine, tun, tan, tin sound. And we also said for the feminine, we have small ta marbuta for the feminine most of the time. Okay, but now there are other words that are also feminine, right? If I say yadun means hand. Okay, one hand, that is also feminine. Okay, if I say misrun, okay, is a name of a place, that is should be feminine. So now words that does not end with a ta marbuta, but still it is feminine. Okay, and we had a bunch of words we did last week. Okay, at least 30 words we did last week, right? So those doesn't end with ta marbuta. Like shams means sun. Okay, so if we're talking about one sun in Rafa, the shamsun, okay, or shamsan or shamsin. Okay, so now these words also feminine. Okay, but they're not from our feminine chart because they have a different category of feminine. Okay, I hope you guys following. Okay, inshallah, that singular and feminine. We used to, when I did the chart first, we said the feminine chart is only with the Tama Buddha. That is still right. That is correct. Yes. But now, since we talked about the gender, we know that, there are other types of ways that we can define feminine. Okay. If a word finish with the alif maksura, yeah, that is probably not from the chart. Okay. But that's fine. It is still a feminine word. Okay. So singular and singular here done. Dual is very simple. Okay. It's ani and aini for the masculine and tani and tiny for feminine. Okay, so this is what we know. In the plural column, because we are talking about plural now, we have una and ina. So obviously, if you see a word with una or ina, this is plural. That's why we said plural on the top, right? So this is one kind of plural. Okay, and this is masculine plural because this is from the masculine chart. Okay, and we know that if for some reason una could be u, okay, the noon can be gone out if it is light. Ina could be E, okay, the noon can be gone, okay, because it is a light version. So that's fine. So those are plural, masculine plural. For feminine plural, and also we said last week, and today we're going to talk about that, anything una and ina, these are human thing, human qualities, human attributes, okay? So, and they're masculine, and masculine is always una and ina, okay? If if it finishes atun or atin, that is feminine also, and that is plural. But atun and atin could be human thing or could be non-human thing also. Like if I say samawatun, samawatun means skies, right? Samawatun is skies, but this also finishes atun, alif and a normal ta. If I say sayyaratun, okay, so that's also finished with atun, but this is not human, obviously. Sayyara means car or vehicles, right? So there are words that ending with atun, they're feminine words, but doesn't mean human all the time, but they are also feminine, means they're from the same chart, feminine chart, okay? So why I'm showing this one, because when you're going to go to the 6 categories of the plural that we're going to learn today, out of the 6 categories, the 3 categories are from this chart, okay? What are these 3 categories? Before I show that, obviously, if a word end with una and ina, they are masculine, feminine. They are masculine, feminine, plural. Sorry, my mistake. So they're masculine, plural. They're masculine, plural. That's category number 1, which is our chart number 1. Okay, this column, the third column of the plural. Okay, so una, ina. That's the category number 1. In feminine chart, we have atun and atin. And we know we can make 2 categories here. Atun, that for human feminine, okay, for human feminine, okay, or atun or atin for non-human feminine, okay. So that's good. So 3 categories out of the 6 comes from our chart, okay. If we look at the next one, so masculine plural, which is a masculine plural, so the 6 categories of plural. Number 1 is masculine plural. How do you recognize masculine plural? They will end with una or ina. And if they're light, then nun is gone. Okay, so u or e. Okay, used for human, angels, and jinn. Because in the Quran, Allah talked about angels and jinn. They're used mainly for human, angels, and jinn. So they're all living things, kind of say. Okay, includes omen also. What does that mean? Includes omen. If I remember, I told you the very beginning, there is a concept in Arabic. If I say, the Muslims of our area, okay, and I use the word Muslimuna, right? That includes men and women, or it can only include men. But if I say Muslimatun of this area, that only means I'm talking about feminine. So feminine has its own category. Masculine one can cover men and women both, okay, or only men. So if I say, there are 3 students in my class, okay, that 3 students, okay, it could be in Arabic, it could be have maybe 2 masculine, 1 feminine, 2 feminine, 1 masculine, or it could be 3 masculine. It could be a mix, or it could be only masculine. But if I say that there are 3 students and I use, Toyebatun, okay, so Toyeb means, students, Toyebatun, I use the feminine one, okay, that means I only have 3 feminine students. Okay, so that's why it means the masculine one, una, ina, include women. It cannot include only women. Okay, it means that, if I'm talking about a group of 7 people and I use the word Muslimuna or some other word which ending with una or ina, that means that it could have men and women, or it could only have. So the example mu'minuna includes both men and female believers. Okay, so simple is that. So this plural, the 6 categories, or the first category is masculine plural, is nothing but una, ina, that we learn in our first lesson, the chart. Okay, human feminine plural ending with atun or atin. See, atun and atun. Used for feminine human plurals. Like example, Muslimatun, female Muslim, mu'minatin, okay, female believers. Okay, so this kind of words, so they could be female, obviously, because they are atun and atin, they're definitely feminine, female, but they're human female. Okay, so they have human female. Non-human feminine plural also could be finished with atun and atin. Plural of things that aren't human are treated as she, feminine singular words. Okay, so plurals of things that are not human are treated as she. Okay, and I'm going to talk about more in that. Okay, inshallah ta'ala. Like for example, sky, samawatun, and sayyaratin. So these are also finishing with atun and atin. So these are also plural, feminine plural, but non-human feminine plural. So, but this is also from chart. They also form the chart because the combination is atun and atin. Okay, so out of 6, 3 categories are from the chart: masculine, una, ina, human feminine, atun, atin, non-human feminine, also atun, atin. Everybody clear on this? Any questions so far? Simple, the chart. We just divided 2 charts and we took one category from the masculine chart, two categories from the feminine chart, because feminine word can be human feminine, can be non-human feminine. Okay, simple as that. Everybody clear? Okay, good. Okay, next one. Number 4. Number 4 is called the human broken plural and non-human broken plural. Now, what is a broken plural? Okay, the simple way to understand broken plural, let's take some example in English. And most of the language has this concept of broken plural. Okay, a lot of which is similar to the Latin and English. They have the concept of broken plural. In English also we have broken plural. What is broken plural called? Look at these examples. Okay. If I say boot, okay, boot means here. Okay, so the plural of boot in English is boots. But when you say tooth, do you see the plural is tooths or teeth? It is teeth. Goose become geese. House become houses, but mouse become mice. Ox become oxen. Child become children. So in English, most of the time we add a s to make something plural, or a es, s or es. If I say book, the plural is books. If I say houses, so house, we have the s, houses. Okay, car, cars. Okay, computer, computers. S. So most of the time we add an s to make it plural, isn't it? Or we add an es to make it plural, depending on what we are saying, right? Sometimes we don't add an s and es. The spelling of the thing change. Okay, so the spelling of the thing get changed. This kind of plural is called broken plural, where the general s and es is not added, but a new word or a new letter is added. So spelling get changed. So for example, tooth. Tooth is never tooth. It's teeth. T-W-T-H. Goose is geese, mouse is mice. Okay, it's not mouses. Okay, it's not oxes. It's not it's childs. Okay, it's children. So we just add ren with that. Okay, with ox we add en in that, right? So mouse, it was 5 letters, it become 4 letters, so it's become mice. So this concept is called broken plural. So sometimes you will see there's a word for a singular, and the plural of this word is not just adding una, ina. So similar to S and ES, we can say similar, not exactly the same. The S and S, the una, ina, the combination that we learn in the chart, una and ina, ani and aini, atun and atin. This adding part of that, the extra thing that we are adding, these are kind of like SES in Arabic. Okay, just like English. So these are normal way to make things plural in Arabic. But there are words who are broken plural. So they just don't become una or ina or ani or aini when they're dual or plural. They have a new spelling. They either a letter is changed or a haraka is changed. Okay, and we will see some of those. The problem with the broken plural, okay, like if I ask you, how do you know that mouse, the plural of mouse was mice? Can you answer me? How did you know that? Is there a formula for that? No, there's no formula. When you learn in your probably in your kindi or in year 1, okay, the teacher just told you that these are exceptional one and you have to memorize those. You memorize those, isn't it? There's no formula for that. It doesn't say, oh, okay, if it is finished with LD, then it will add REN. No, I don't know any formula. If you know, you let me know, but I don't know that. Okay. So for ox, it will be oxen. Why did I ask an? Why can I add oxes or something like that? The tooth become teeth. Why have to tooth become teeth? I want to make it TIITH, but I want to make TWTHES, toothets. Okay, why can't we do that? Okay, because that's the rule. That's the way the language has been evolved. Okay, so we just memorize those words. Anyone wants to say something? No, okay, that's fine. So if you can mute yourself, that's fine. Okay, so there is no rule for broken plurals. So there is no formula that broken plurals. Our chart was a formula. We know that una is rafa, ina is nasabanjar. Okay, so there is a formula for that. Okay, un sound, an sound. For broken plural, they still follow some formulas, but how are we going to know that this is the broken plural of this singular word? There's no way to know that unless you memorize them and you know them again and again. And an extra challenge is that in English, these are the only few words as I know, I don't know too much of that, but these are the only few words they have. They have this broken plural concept: tooth, teeth, goose, geese, mouse, mice, ox, oxen. Maybe few more there, okay, here and there. If you go to the dictionary, you will find few more, okay, not maybe too much. But in Arabic, there is a lot of broken plural. There's a lot of broken plural. Now, the broken plural can be a human broken plural if it means human. What does it mean human? The meaning is a human thing. Okay, it could be a person, it could be a prophet or someone. Okay, so it's a human thing. Or things could be non-human broken plural. So the meaning is non-human broken plural. Okay, so this is the concept of broken plural. Now we're going to see what happens with the broken plurals when it becomes plural, okay, in Arabic, okay. And as I said, okay, obviously I'm going to show you some of the example of broken plural, but there are many, and there's no rule for that, and I don't have a chart for that because there's too many of them, okay. And sometimes a word could have a broken plural and it could also have a normal una ina plural. Normal, so it can have both. There are words like that in Arabic, it can have both. So what I suggest all the time when I did this course, okay, that we learn as many as we can as we go through the Quran. Once you know the ruling for that, okay, if it is a broken plural, if I understand it's a broken plural, then I know what to do. I know what is the meaning of it. Meaning means what is the grammatical effect of it. Then it's all good. Also, another easy way to know that if it's a broken plural, if you know the meaning of the word, and if you see the word is not una ina, not ani aini, okay, then obviously this is a plural which is not from your chart. If it is not from your chart, then it's a broken plural. As simple as that. Okay, if it is not from your chart, if it is not with una, ina, atun or atin, then it is a broken plural. Okay, let's look at some examples. Okay, inshallah. Okay, human broken plural end with ending sound un, an, and in. So what they're saying here, that human broken plural, we'll see some example. They don't have una, ina for their plural. Remember the human thing, Muslimun, Muflihun, Mu'minun, that we did, right? Nasihun, Salihun, we did all these things. They have una, ina for plural. But here they're saying they end like the first column, like un and in sound, because they don't have una, ina for the plural, okay? They look like they're singular. They look like they're singular because this is what you learn, that, if it's tanween un and in, then it look like singular, but they're actually plural. You would know this only by their translation. Okay, simple as that. Treated either as she feminine singular or they masculine plural. Okay, the number 3 thing is a very important concept, and please open your mind and head. You need to understand that. Okay, when there is a broken plural, if it is a human broken plural, okay, although it's broken plural, the gender of the plural can be considered as she, or it can consider as they. She, if it's for the human broken plural. For non-human one, it is always she and considered as singular. Okay, I know you'll be a bit confused. Okay, I will explain, and inshallah it will be clear. Okay, so if I say, okay, let's give it an example of human. This will be better, I think. Okay, for example, look at this example. Nabi, everybody notice Nabi means prophet. Okay, Nabi means prophet. Anbiya is prophets. I think you also know that about Anbiya. Okay, there's a word surah called Surah Anbiya, right? Surah Anbiya. Okay, and for even a childhood, you heard this word for Anbiya means a lot of prophets. So Nabi is singular, Anbiya is plural. Okay, and Rasul. Okay, Rasulun. See, the first word has a fatha at the beginning. So Rasulun a messenger, and Rusulun is messengers. Okay, the plural. Now look at this. Nabiun did not become Nabiuna and Nabiina. Although there is a version of Nabi, it could be Nabiuna and Nabiina. That's fine. That's the word that has both una, ina, and is a different word. And Anbiya is a completely different word. The word Rasul means one messenger. Right? We say Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Right? Ashhadu anna Muhammadan Rasulullah. Okay, Rasul is one word. But when I say Rusul, just one haraka change. It was Rasul. Now I become Rusul. Rusul is feminine, and it's not feminine, it is plural, and it is considered as either she or they. What do you mean by she or they? So when it is a human broken plural, the grammatical interpretation of it, the grammatical number and gender of it could be two things. It could be like, if I ask you, okay, what is the gender of messengers? You say, brother, messengers are all feminine. I don't know any female messengers, so they are feminine. And when you say messengers with an S in English, so that means they're plural. We're talking about 5 messengers, for example. Okay, that is your English answer. What is the Arabic thing? If I ask, brother, what is the messenger in Arabic? You say, brother, messenger is a Rasul. What is the messengers in Arabic? You say, brother, it's a Rusul and it's a broken plural. Then I ask you, is it a human broken plural or non-human broken plural? You say it's a human broken plural because messengers are human. Okay, so the word Rusul, if I ask you what is this gender and number, your answer should be 2. Okay, it could be they, because it is they means the plural. It is plural, obviously, and it is masculine because we say masculine. But it can also be considered as she, meaning the gender is feminine, and it could be singular. It could be singular. This is a very exceptional thing in Arabic. Okay, so sometimes, okay, broken plurals, not sometimes, no, most of the time, human broken plural can be F1, meaning the word is considered feminine, okay, and it could be singular. And for the or it could be masculine and it could be the plural one. Okay, so it could be both one. For non-human broken plural, if we go to the next, so this is another example. So alim means scholar, alimun, and ulama means scholars. That's also a broken plural. See, you already learned 3 broken plural here. Okay, and there are many are there in the Quran, and as we go through and the meaning, you'll do that. So alim means say alimun is not making alimuna, alimina, not like that. Alimun is ulama. Okay, so alim means one alim, one scholar. Ulama means many scholars. So this is also a human broken plural. Okay. The non-human broken plurals, these plurals are not human, so we refer to them only as she singular. Recall the discussion for anyone. Okay, so forget about that one. So examples: kalam means one pen. Kalamun is pens. Okay, kitab means one book, and kutub means many books. Whenever and if you see the word kalamun, it's not kalamuna or kalamina. It's not from our chart. The plural become aklamun. So there's an extra alif came up. Okay, it's just for the word kalam. There's no rule for that. Okay, for kitab, it was kitab. It became kutub. Okay, so kitab was one book. Kutub, it's not kitabuna, kitabina. Okay, so these are broken plural and these are non-human. So obviously pen is non-human, book is non-human, right? When it is non-human plural, non-human broken plural, and if I ask you what is the gender of this word, obviously you say she, meaning feminine. We already talked about this last week. We said one of the categories when non-human things are plural, they are considered feminine. But another, on top of that, another challenge is that they are grammatically, they are singular. Okay, what does it mean? It means, if in English, if I say these 5 pens belongs to me, in English I'm saying these 5 pens, or let's talk about maybe cars. Okay, so I have 3 cars, for example. Okay, so these 3 cars are expensive, or these 3 cars expensive. They came from Germany. They are all made in Germany. Okay, so this is in English I'm saying they. If I say the same thing in Arabic, I can say these 3 cars. Okay, and I give the word cars, whatever it is the word. Okay, and then I say she came, or she made in from Germany, instead of they, although it is plural. Again, if I say I have one pen in my hand, it is singular. Okay, kalamun is singular. And if I ask, brother, what is the gender of kalamun? Because we know in Arabic we have to have a gender, masculine and feminine. Okay, you say, brother, kalamun is not a name of a place. It is not a body part. It's not a biological feminine. It is not something that Arab said. So I don't know any reason. So this is masculine. And you're right, it is masculine. Kalamun, if I say I have one pen in my hand, it is masculine. Then I say, brother, I have 5 pens in my hand. So what is the word for 5 pens? You say aklamun. So why did you say aklamun? Why not kalamun or kalamina? You say, brother, it is broken plural. So aklamun is the broken plural of kalam. Then I ask, okay, then tell me, aklamun, the word aklamun, what is the gender of it? Is it a masculine or feminine? You say, brother, it is feminine. Always feminine, because this is non-human broken plural. Okay, it is when I had one pen in my hand, you said it is masculine. You're right. The word kalamun is masculine. Aklamun became, it is feminine because it is plural, non-human plural. And because it's non-human broken plural, if I say what is the number of these 5 pens, you can see in your eyes there are 5 pens. In English, in your head, you're saying they are plural. I can see this is more than 2, 5 pens, but grammatically they considered singular. Okay, you have to answer it is feminine singular. It is a weird concept in Arabic, okay, but this is how it works. Okay, again, if I say I have one book in my hand, or I have one book on my desk, and I ask you, brother, what is the Arabic of the book? You say, brother, Arabic is kitab. Okay, good. What is the gender of kitab? I say, brother, it is not Arab said so. It is not a body part. It is not something that, biologically feminine. It is not a tam or buta is there. Okay, there's no alif maksura, there's no alif mamda. None of my feminine category fits. So this is masculine word. Yes, brother, you're 100% correct. It is masculine word. Then I say, brother, I have 10 books in my shelf or on my desk. Now, these 10 books, what is the Arabic word? You say, brother, the Arabic word is kutub, because kitab becomes kutub. How do you know that? I memorized it. Okay, I saw it somewhere. I know this is just for, I know this. So, okay, that's fine. Kutub is fine. You know that part. I know someone told you, you memorized it. But now, kutub is human or non-human? Brother, it is non-human. So, what is the gender? Is it masculine or feminine? Definitely feminine, because we know non-human plurals are feminine. Now, it is non-human plural. Is it a normal non-human plurals? Like, is it una, ina, atu, natin? No, 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 brother. It is broken plural. It is broken plural. Then, if it is a broken plural, what is the gender? You said feminine. What is the number of it? Although we are talking about plural, but the number is singular. The number is singular. And you may say, whether what is the point of learning this? It is important because when these things will be referenced in the ayah, you need to know that why Allah using a singular pronoun to refer them, or a singular verb to refer them. Because in English also, when I say he is praying, can I say they is praying? No, right? I'm just giving a different example in English. When I change the he to they, I have to change the auxiliary verb also, isn't it? I say he is praying. I have to say they are praying. I cannot say they is praying. That's not in English, right? So you need to know that when Allah is talking about human broken plural or non-human broken plural. If it is non-human, then it is always feminine and considered singular grammatically. Yes, in real life, I'm telling you, I have 10 books on my desk. Then you know this is plural. But grammatically, the word kutub, the word that describes this 10 book, that word has its own flavor. That word is a feminine word and it is a singular. It is considered as singular. And inshallah, this concept will be clear, more clear when you go in the sentence structure very soon, inshallah ta'ala. And once we go to the fail study, our second part of our course, okay, that is very important to understand this concept, and you will see a lot of implication on this in that one, okay? But for now, simple, remember this. Anything from the chart, you know what are this, because you memorize the chart. Anything not from the chart, okay, I will give you the meaning, because I don't expect you to learn all the meanings overnight. Okay, slowly you will learn. Okay, so if I say rusul, I will say in English messengers. Okay, if I say aklamun, I will give you the meaning in bracket pens, pens. Okay, I will tell you this is plural, but you need to figure out, is it a broken plural? And if it is a broken plural, is it human or non-human? If it is non-human, then I know it is feminine and it is singular. It is singular. Okay, and same thing with the books. Okay, if it is a human broken plural, like that Rasul, alim is scholar alimun, then both can be used, and both has been used in the Quran by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So meaning, if Allah is talking about rusul, okay, Allah is talking about rusul, lot of messengers, he sometimes use that they as normal and they are plural. So three means plural, right? 1, 2, 3, and they are masculine. But sometimes Allah also considered them as feminine singular. the word feminine singular also. He said that, and there's a reason for that, but that's a bit higher studies. I'm going to show you a little bit touch of that today, but then inshallah we'll know that more in the advanced language. Okay, so this is the fourth and the fifth category, broken plurals. So first we know what is broken plural, right? That these are not una ina. Also we know two things about broken plural. The broken plural can be divided into two groups: human type things, non-human type things. If it is no human, then they could have masculine, okay, if they're masculine, okay, according to their meaning, and they could be considered as they, meaning the number could be plural, as plural, or they can be also singular and considered as feminine. For non-human broken plurals, like words like books, words like pen, okay, and both kalam and pens are mentioned in the Quran, right? Words like this, okay, these will be always considered feminine singular, feminine singular. Okay, okay, let's look at this. The word masjid, masjid, okay, can anyone tell me, is this word, masjid mean mosque, one mosque, one mosque, is this word masculine or feminine? Anyone?
Masculine.
Masculine. Why masculine? Tell me the reasons.
There is no reason to be feminine.
Yes, good answer. There's no reason to be feminine. The Arab did not say masjid is feminine. Our sixth category, nothing fits that is feminine. So there's no reason. So this is masculine. But if I say this word, look at this word, masajid. So only an extra alif came after the sin. So the spelling change, and masajid means mosques. Okay. Now, what type of plural is it? Is it a normal una in a plural, or is it broken plural? Broken plural. Why broken plural? Because you can see it's not una ina anything. Okay, it's not masjiduna, masjidina for jano. It's not like that. It's masajid, masajid, right? So if it is a broken plural, is it a human type thing or non-human thing?
Non-human.
Non-human. Obviously, masjid is non-human. If it is non-human and if it is broken plural, then the gender of it is, what is the gender? Feminine. And the number is
Singular.
singular. Yes. Although in English, mosque means, and real life, if I'm talking about there are 5 masjid in the hills area, okay, it is 5. It is real life, but the word masajid is a singular word grammatically. Okay, everybody clear on that? I see someone is asking something. Feminine, non-human. Okay, yes, yeah. Okay, and let's look at another example. So this chart, this is some of the plural, broken plural I gave you, but there are many in the Quran. Okay, as I said, there are many in the Quran. So we're gonna learn them as we go through. Let me just show you something. Okay. So here, as you can see here, shahidun, shahidun is mean witness. In Bangla we call shakhi, right? Shahidun, shakhi, the witness. Shuhada'u is the plural. Now, is it a human plural or non-human broken plural?
It's non-human.
Sorry?
Shahidun is non-human.
No, why? You have
So witness must be
yes, must be human, yes. So this is human broken plural. If it is a human broken plural, and again, brothers who are or sisters, okay, why did I say broken again? Because shahidun, like Muslimun, it doesn't have shahiduna or shahidina. It's shuhada'u. An extra alif came in the middle. Okay, and see, there's no rule for that. For masajid, the extra alif came after the second letter, after the sin. Here, the letter alif came after, and not only alif, it came an alif and a hamza, kind of like alif mamduda. It's not exactly, but it is like alif mamduda. So there's no rule for how broken plurals get formed. It's just you have to memorize the words, right? So shuhada'u is a human broken plural. Now, the word shuhada'u is human broken plural. So what is the gender of it? You can say the gender is masculine because there's no reason for feminine. That answer is also correct. And if I say what is the number of it, you say, brother, number is plural, meaning plural is 3. 1 means singular, 2 means dual, is singular. That answer is right. But it can be also said that it is feminine and is singular. For human, it can be done both ways. Okay. Next word, if you look at the next word, ni'matun, ni'matun, and look at this ni'mat, the word ni'matun. Okay, let me just ask someone. Okay, don't answer. I'll pick someone. Let's see, maybe ask some sisters. Sisters are very quiet. Sister Zaina, okay, can you unmute yourself and just tell me the word ni'matun? When you look this word ni'matun, how can I mark this one? Okay, this one. Yeah. So the ni'matun, the second on the right hand side, is this a masculine word or a feminine word? Okay, she answered in the thing feminine. Okay, how do you know it's feminine? What gives you the clue that it's feminine? We learned about 6 types of feminine. Which thing triggers in your mind that this is a feminine word? Okay, you can type, no problem, we'll wait. Any other sister wants to answer that? How do you know it's feminine? Ni'matun.
It's a ta marbuta.
It's a ta marbuta. Very good, very good. It's a ta marbuta. Now, this is means, ni'matun means blessing. Okay, one blessing. Allah's niyama means because of the ta marbuta. Yes, that's right, sister, that's right. So this is fine. And look, this is the word. It's just like muslimatun. So ni'matun, okay, one blessing. Ni'matan is one blessing in nasab. Ni'matin is one blessing in jar. So rafa, nasab, and jar, just like our muslimatun jar. But look at the plural of it. Ni'amun. Look at this word. It's not ni'ma'atun or ni'ma'atin, not like that. Not like atun and atin. It's ni'amun. It's completely different word, okay? The ta is gone. Ta marbuta is gone now. Now, if you look at this word, and if I say this means blessings with a S, okay? Blessings with an S. So in this way, so you know that this is a broken plural. It is not my atunatin. Usually, anything that has ta marbuta, anything that has ta marbuta, that will follow our chart, right? But it's not following our chart. The plural part of is a different plural word, niyaman, okay? And niyamun is a non-human broken plural, because blessings is not human thing, obviously, right? It's a blessing. It could be your money, could be your blessings, your your children could be a blessing, your knowledge could be a blessing, anything, okay? So this is a non-human broken plural. And if I ask you what is the gender of niyamun, you say, although there's no ta marbuta here in niyamun, you say this is feminine because it's non-human broken plural. And if I ask you what is the number of this word niyamun, it is singular, although the meaning is blessings. It is a broken plural. That's why we're saying plural, but it is singular. Okay. Sen Nabiyun, we already talked about here. Zawjun, okay. Zawz means pair, okay. And Jawzun means one pair. Okay, the meaning of the word is pair, okay, or it can also mean spouse, okay, most of the time, spouse, your wife or something, okay. And in Arab culture, most of the time, zawj actually means wife, usually, but it could be mean spouse. So even the wife can say about that, okay. And the plural of is azwajun. It's not jawzuuna or jawjuina, okay. So plural azwajun, but this is a human thing. It could be human and sometimes it could be non-human, but both answer is right, okay. For example, this one, fuadun and afidatun. Look at this. This is a different way, okay? So the word was fuadun, means emotional heart, okay? One emotional heart, fuad. A lot of people's names is fuad, right? Especially in Bangladesh, right? Fuad. So fuadun means an emotional heart, okay? In the singular form, one emotional heart. When I say many emotional heart, okay, 5 of them maybe, or 10 of them, or 100 of them, I say afidatun, afidatun. And look, when it becomes feminine, somehow it got an alif at the beginning and a ta marbuta at the end. Okay, this is a completely different word. Okay, fuad becomes afidatun. Okay, and when it become afidatun, okay, so this become an obviously heart. It's a part of the body. It's not a human thing. It's the kind of talk, right? So afidatun is a non-human broken plural. So the word afidatun, but this is a good one because even if you don't know it's a broken plural, there's a ta marbuta, so it's a feminine, obviously, but this is singular. This is singular because it is non-human broken plural. Okay, although we consider is like the meaning is emotional hearts with an S. Okay, but this is this. So fuadun afidatun. Imra'atun. Imra'atun. Again, like ni'matun, this is a feminine word. Imra'atun means lady. Okay, basically one lady. Okay, one woman. Okay, imra'atun. Okay, but when I say women, okay, men, MEN, is nisaun. Completely different word. Look at this, how broken plural. That's why I put this on. The broken plural can have anything. There's no rule for that. Okay. Where it is imra'atun, the meme is gone, ra is gone, alif is gone. It's a different word altogether, nisaun. And there's a surah called Surah Nisa, right? We have a surah called Surah Nisa. Okay. So imra'atun means one woman, one lady, and nisaun means many ladies. But because it's a human broken plural, it can have two ways to say that. So it is feminine, as it is feminine, and it could be plural, no problem. Or it could be feminine and it could be singular. Both is fine because this is a broken plural. Okay. So this 6 words is just some examples, and masjid is one of them. We're going to learn more. And you also, when you read Quran, if you choose a page of the Quran, if you know this meaning of the word through the translation, oh, okay, this word become this. Okay. So you can know this one, that this is a broken plural. And if it is a broken plural, the main thing you need to remember that if it is a broken plural, and if you know them, and as I said at the beginning, broken plural only you can learn by translation, meaning by vocabulary. Once you know that this is a broken plural, you must determine is it a human or non-human. Okay. If it is a human, okay, then it have 2 answers, which is plural, and it could be whatever gender it is. Okay. If it is non-human, it is always feminine and singular. Okay. Non-human broken plural. Okay. The last category, I think we don't have much time. Okay. Let's go. The last category, the plural by meaning. This is the 6th category. There are words that appear to be singular but are considered plural because they have a plural meaning, in that they refer to a group comprised of many members. So there are some words that these are called group words. Okay, you can say collective plural, or some grammarians say these words are plural because the Arab said so. Like we have the Arab said so feminine, you can also say that these are the plural because the Arab said so. But although the Arab said so, but they have a category. You can see the meaning of all of them is kind of like a group. And I will list few of them here, as you can see. These words, okay, because of the meaning, they are plural. Okay, the plural by meaning. For example, kaum means nation. Obviously, a nation is not consist of one person, right? So this is plural. Okay, nas means people. Bin nas, meaning human beings, right? No, people. So that is also plural. Okay, karn means generation. So kaum, nas, and karn. Okay, ahal means family. Ahl kitab we say, right? Ahl kitab. Okay, so ahl is family. That is also plural. Argumentative group, khasmun. Okay, they also, it's a group. Okay, hizbun is a word that used in the Quran. Hizbun, Hizbullah, as they call them, right? Hizbullah. So he's also a faction or a group. Okay, jundun means army. Alun is also means family. So family has 2 words, ahal and al. Okay, ahal and al. Okay, so these words are plural because their meaning is plural, meaning they always means a bunch of people. Family, what is family means? Yes, family can have one people, but that doesn't mean family. If I say I'm talking about my family, obviously I'm talking about my brothers and sisters, my parents, my grandparents, uncle, aunt. That's part of family. So there's only one person. So these are some vocabulary words, okay, and by meaning they are plural. If you ask what is their gender, what is their gender? They are mostly, all of them are masculine. There's no reason to be feminine. Okay, they are also, because they are not broken plural. They are by plural by meaning. The word is they don't have a singular part of it. Okay, they don't have a singular part of it. The singular become plural. Okay, so they are considered as masculine, as you can see them. Okay, everybody clear on that? So these 8 words that we're seeing for this stage, if you just memorize this 8 words, that these are the ism jama, meaning it's called ism jama, means ism plural by meaning. If you just memorize this 8 word, okay, kaum means nation, okay, nas is a very common word, we always say in the surah, like nas, okay, karan means generation, okay, which is very similar to nation, okay, hizbun, jundun means army, al means, and this alun, don't confuse with our harf al, okay, although they look similar, but they are not similar. Okay, alun has a mud on it. Okay, like Surah Ali Imran. Okay, also in the salah, every time what do we say after at-tahiyatu? Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad, ala ali Muhammad, al of Muhammad. So you're saying, oh Allah, have blessings on Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and also the family and the follower of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So al could be family and people. So people who are following. Okay, so al also means family people. Okay, is human broken plural treated as singular too? Yes, Human broken plural is also considered as singular. Okay, because sometimes they can be considered both, and as I said in the Quran, both has been mentioned. Okay. Okay, so here you can see that kaum, nas, kar, ahal, khasam, hizbun, jundun, al, all of these are plural because of the meaning, and they are masculine. You can consider them as masculine. No need to consider as feminine. Okay, because we don't know the singular part of that. Okay, this is a small process of how to find our numbers. So if you see a word, the first step is if it's a combo or sound. If it is a combination, ani, aini, una, ina, then you know the number and the gender from the chart. Because as soon as you see the combination, whether the heavy and the light, you know that these are from the chart. And chart is already there to tell you what, okay? Can we say these are masculine because of human plural? Yes, you can say that too. No problem. Yes, you can say that too. These are masculine because of human plural. Yes. So one brother is saying that, all these 8 words, they could be saying, yes, but they are masculine. Yes, whatever reason, yes, you're right. You can say that. The sounds, if a word has a sound, meaning un and in sound, okay, then we could have 2 things. It could be a singular word, and you have to know, like, for example, kalamun is a singular word. Kalamun, the ending is un with a tanween, right? And the broken also called aklamun. That is also un sound. This is not our combination. Both of them are un at the end, but one is broken plural and one is singular. So, and broken, how do you know it's broken plural? Only by meaning. Only by meaning. Okay. And the broken plural has 2 categories, human and non-human. If it is human, it is considered singular and feminine, or it could be considered, 3 and masculine. If it is non-human, like books and pencil, like that, okay, then it is always feminine and singular, considered as singular. Everybody clear on that? Okay. Let's see how much time we have. We have only 3-4 minutes. Okay, so I am going to give you a quick exercise. Okay, inshallah. I know because you still have to go through the lessons and do that, but do the exercise now. Start the exercise now, and then even if you don't correct everything, you have the link with you, and I will send you the link again on the internet, on the email, and you can click on that and you can try again. Okay, but whatever we have done now so far, okay, let's do a quick exercise, and then we can finish the class with that. So I'm going to stop sharing this. Okay, actually before I do that, I should show you this one. Okay, 1 second. Okay, let's keep that for the next week. I think it's a bit too much for today, inshallah. So I'll show you something about when it is plural. Sometimes the plural also has like 2 kind of things, but that's fine. We can talk about it next week. So let's stop sharing this, and I'm going to share the link with you. So just bear with me 1 second. Okay. Okay, so I will share this in the chat window. Click on that. It's a Google form again, just like every time we do, right? And then you try to answer the status. Is it a Rafa, Nasab, or Jar? And the gender, whether it's a masculine or feminine, and also the number, is it singular, dual, or plural? Okay. And the meaning is, some of the meaning is already there. The one that doesn't have meaning, so you should know them already. Okay, what does it mean? If not, you can ask me, no problem. Okay, so let's finish this one quickly. It's not, I think, only 10 words, maybe 10 or 12 words, maybe. I'm not sure how many, to be honest. But let's do that. And even if especially the people who are doing stuff, because I know there are some brothers who did this probably before, long time ago. Don't worry about the marks, how much you're getting. Okay, so nobody knows. It's only and I know, but that's fine. But you try it again, inshallah, later. Okay, but let's do it now, because you just finished the lesson. Is better. It's good that you try it now, inshallah. Okay, so let's start. So I'm sharing the screen, but you can just click on that anyway. And see some of the meanings are already on the top. Some of the words, I think few of them doesn't have the meaning, but some of them, let's see the Al-Jibali, it's been mountains. So, okay, so you just find out, is it Rafa Nasab Jar, is it masculine, feminine, or is it singular, dual, or plural? So basically we're dealing with three properties of the ism: status, number, gender. So Rihin means wind, it is also there. Makharija means exits. Yeah, so few of them doesn't have meaning, and you don't need the meaning for them to answer it. That's why I didn't give the meaning. Okay. I'm just muting myself, but you can ask any question if you have. Okay.